Welcome to my channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about the Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix, a 4-issue miniseries written by Scott Lobdell and very interesting art by Gene Ha. And in this story, we're going to get the origins of Cable, of Stryfe, and what happened to Rachel Summers, Phoenix, who got lost in the time stream. So without further ado, let's get into this. So this story takes place immediately after the wedding of Scott Summers and Jean Grey. They're on their honeymoon, and out of nowhere, they're teleported into the future, actually their minds and their consciousness into host bodies into the future, and they find themselves in the middle of a battle. We have this battle between Apocalypse's forces and the Ascani, who seem to be like this religion from the future, or like a type of cult that, if you remember back in the day, one of the members of this group is the one responsible for taking Cable into the future because he was infected by the techno-organic virus. The thing is, Scott and Jean, who in this story are going to be called Slim and Red, rally behind Rachel, help her fight against Apocalypse's forces, who is being led by this character named Chiveri. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Chiveri's forces are able to kill almost all the members of the Ascani clan, and they find 2 babies, one infected with the techno-organic virus and one that's just fine. And Cyclops is able to rescue the one that's infected by the techno-organic virus, and he realizes immediately that this is his son, Nathan. What I really like about this miniseries is that it really vindicates Cyclops as a father, because up until this moment, he was always shown very poorly. He was like the worst dad ever. So after Scott and Jean rescue Rachel, we get this big exposition dump where she explains that for 1,000 years, there was peace on Earth. The ideals of Xavier had prospered. And what Rachel explains is that Apocalypse has grown more powerful over time, but he's burning through host bodies one after another, and it's going through an ever quicker process. So he's looking for the perfect host. And what we discover further into the story is that Apocalypse actually had infected Nathan with the techno-organic virus to see if he was strong enough to survive, and if he did, he was going to be the ultimate host to him. While the Ascani considered Nathan to be the mutant messiah, the one that's going to take down Apocalypse, and when they discovered he was infected by the techno-organic virus, they committed the terrible mistake of cloning him as a failsafe, that if he died from the virus, they had this backup plan. The other child that Chiveri had found is the clone. He takes him back to Apocalypse. Now Apocalypse is really happy because he tells this kid that he's going to be the heir to Apocalypse's throne, but really he's going to be the new perfect host body, so he's going to groom him. Apocalypse actually names this child Stryfe, and he brings him up to be evil as fuck in this story. He's really messed up in the head. Across these 4 issues, there's a lot of focus on Scott and Jean helping Nathan deal with the techno-organic virus. There's quite a bit of body horror in the art and how terrible the virus is to poor Nathan. So what happens in issue 4, we have Stryfe. He's older now. He's fully developed with his powers. That's when Apocalypse decides to try to take him as his new host body. And things backfire on Apocalypse because he had no idea this wasn't the real McCoy, that this was a clone. And he's freaking pissed off. Now Insawa is in a very weakened state, and he's attacked by Cyclops, Jean, and Nathan. Also with Chiveri, who has betrayed his master. Now with Apocalypse defeated, Scott and Jean have fulfilled their destiny, and they sort of fade from the future. I'm not sure if they return to Marvel's present at that time or to the distant past. Now, poor Nathan is left alone. He's a teen still, and he's in this terrible apocalyptic future, and he has to figure things out. While Stryfe is able to escape and now is under the watchful eye and tutelage of Chiveri, who does a terrible job in trying to make Stryfe less evil. So I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.